Recently, I had some different people coming and asking similar question. The question is, how do I get the discipline I need to get discipline? Because I realize that I have no discipline in my life, and that is bringing me to a place that I don't want to be. So everybody will tell you, well, if you need to do discipline, you need to, and I'm going to tell you no. Discipline is the second stage of success. The problem that many people don't achieve anything in their lives, and because of that, becoming very miserable people. And when you become miserable people, let me tell you something. There hasn't been yet a miserable people is a person that is a good person. Most miserable people turn to make other people miserable as well. They become manipulative, they become sour, bitter, and so on and so forth, and it's contagious. So how do you make your life better? The answer is very simple. Before you go on the path of achieving discipline, you really need to sit down, and that's the problem that most people don't have. They never sit down with themselves, for themselves, not letting somebody else do that, and basically sets goals and objectives to what is that they want to achieve on life, or from life, and why they want it. If you look at most people do, well, everybody does this, that's because everybody does it, therefore I need to do it. That's not your goals and objectives. That's not your goals and objectives. That's somebody else's. In other words, you created a vacuum. And then, since you created a vacuum, somebody else comes in and fills that vacuum. That's not your goals and objectives. By the way, this is how you control society. How is it? Comes an establishment, a person, or whatever that is, call it the matrix, call it the cabal, call it whatever the heck you want. So they create a vacuum. When there's people a vacuum in their life, then they fill the vacuum with their agenda, that's to control the people. You need to make sure that that's your substance, that you're filling in that vacuum that you have in your life. And most people continue with that vacuum, allow somebody else to put it in, and therefore they're never able to live their lives. And as a result of that, nothing makes sense. They cannot get motivated about doing that, and therefore they have no discipline because they have no incentive to achieve the goals that they want out of their lives. Most people don't want to sit down with themselves and set goals for their lives, because then they will have to get out of their comfort zone and say, listen, I really want this, or I really need to do that. Argument's sake. Let's say, for example, you want to, you're saying, my goals, one of my goals is to spend a year no man being around. In other words, I want to take a bike, motorcycle, I want to take a van or a car, and I want to travel for 1 year to see the big United States. There will be some, and the reason why you want to do so, for reason A, B, C, and D. These are the reasons why I want to do that. Okay, so that means that you're not going to sleep, most likely in a comfortable bed every night. That means there will be days that you're not going to speak to a person, and so on and so forth. And you say, I don't want to do that. And then you come up with the reasoning, well, I have to be serious about life, I got to be serious about my this. And all you are is not being serious about your life. Who said, for example, that it is wrong for you to take a year off from whatever it is that you're doing and just experience that, if that's what you want to do? If you understand that, that's your goals and objective. That means that you're going to, eat from food that you make on the side of the road, and there will be that you take showers sometimes in a truck stop or whatever it is. But look at what you gain. I mean, you basically live the dream you have. People don't have it. People don't do it. People just live life because mommy told them, daddy told them, society told them, and they just dump all the responsibility on somebody else. But then they come crying to you, I have no discipline. I cannot achieve anything in my life. Blah. And then you wonder why your life looks like this, why your wife looks like that. By the way, as I said to you yesterday, and I said it to you also, it's something I've been saying to you all the time. You're going to get the wife that you are at that stage. You're not going to get somebody better than you. You're going to get a person that is, you're attracting the same people that you are. Because if you are a project, why do you think anybody would marry you? Nobody wants a project. They want a husband, not a project. You got a project, you're going to go become a contractor and get projects. So if you are a loser, you're going to get a loser woman because that's the only person who will take a loser. No winner will take a loser. So when I tell you, you got to really work on yourself before you start dating, I really mean that. I mean, of course, that's your, if you want to marry whoever you are, that's your stage. Goodbye and good luck. But don't come crying later on. Because you don't have the discipline. Because you did not say, okay, why do I want to get married to begin with? What do I want out of this thing? I just want to feel comfortable. Somebody lay down next to me, so get yourself a big pillow and goodbye. You want somebody to take care of, get yourself a poodle or goldfish and take care of people. I mean, that's what you want? You don't even know what you want. I mean, yes, there's certain things that you want, and we all know why you want that, and it's not really for the camera, but you know what? You don't need to buy a cow if you want milk. That's not a good reason to get married. That's why most people fail. People don't have goals and objectives. And because of that, they never get disciplined. Discipline is only secondary to sitting down and say, what do I want out of life? If, for example, you're going to say to yourself, listen, argument's sake, I really want to get into good shape. I really want to get into good shape. I want to lose, 10, 20 pounds, whatever. I want to lose weight. I want to look ripped. I want to be healthy. I want to do this. That's good. You came to the conclusion that that's what you want to do. So, what do I need to do? Next stage is, what do I need to do to get those goals in place? Well, that means that I cannot oversleep. That means that I have to watch what I eat. And that means that I have to really put myself on a serious, exercising things, not feel sorry for myself, whether it's rain or shine. I'm out there exercising, doing what I need to do. I don't care if Gordon Ramsay came and cooked me a meal. I'm sorry, I cannot eat that food. It's fattening. I don't know if this dessert came from the Sultan's kitchen. I cannot eat that because I am on a diet. I'm watching what I'm eating. But you don't want that. So therefore, you never achieve anything in your life. You got to fill your life with your goals, with your objective, to know what you want out of your life. Because you don't want to go out of your comfort zone. You don't want to do this. And therefore, guess what? You never get anywhere. You're becoming a miserable person. You will blame everybody else for your failure. Meanwhile, it's your fault. So if you really want to have discipline, sit down and be really honest with yourself. Say, what is it that I want out of life? What do I want? What do I want to achieve? What do I want to accomplish? And then man up to really go step by step after that and stop complaining, stop crying, stop being a baby. Stop. And I'll tell you that, if you don't want to get married, don't get married. If that's what you want to do. But to get married because everybody else does it, that's stupid. If you want to have a job, if you want to work and have a job, well, have a job. That's fine. But if you don't want to have a steady job, you want to live your life on a nomad, that's your life. Who can tell you that this is wrong? Who can tell you this is wrong? If this is what you want to do. I mean, it will be as pathetic as saying, you know what, I want to be a college professor when I have the abilities to become a Nobel Prize winner in chemistry or microorganism, whatever it is. That's what I want to do. You cannot tell me what's right and what's wrong. That's what I want to do. But when you don't know what you want to do, it's somebody else's fault. Always, you're going to blame them. But ultimately, it's your fault. So you got to think very, very carefully about, especially, and by the way, this has nothing to do with age. You could reach to this conclusion when you're 50, when you're 60, or when you're 20. Again, you just got to sit down and man up and says, what do I want out of life? What are my goals? What are my objectives? How am I, after I set my goals and objectives? In other words, as Chazal tells us, Sof ma'aseh b'machshavat chila. You gotta have the end in mind. In other words, in according to Chazal, we walk backwards. We don't put one foot after the other and then we say, okay, oh wow, look what we got. We don't do that. Say, okay, where do I want to go? And then you set your plan how to go. For example, you don't see a person, your friend in the street, say, hey, what are you up to? Where are you going? I don't know. What do you mean? I'm just taking a bus. Oh, great. Where are you going? I don't know. I'm just going to take the bus and then I'll get off and whatever. And then, I'll walk a little bit and maybe I'll take a train. Well, where are you taking the train? I don't know. I'll take a train. Where? You're going to take a train to Florida, to California, to the Bronx? Where are you taking? I don't know. I told you this before. There was a song by the Talking Heads, one of the songs that I not necessarily like. I think one of the famous songs, but I don't really like that song. But it's a tremendous song in terms of the state of mind that we are in. And the song is, the words, or I don't know if that's the name of the song, so we're on a road to nowhere. Everybody is going somewhere, but nobody is going nowhere. If you want to go, for example, from Queens to Manhattan, you know exactly what you need to do. You need to go from here, take the train, you have to go this train, that train, depends where you want to go in Manhattan. I mean, you're not going to tell me, all right, let's go take the train to Manhattan. Okay, I take the J train or the Z train. But, what, you want to go downtown? No, I want to go uptown. What are you taking the J? Instead of that, you got to take the E train and then transfer it, whatever, take the one train and go here. You need to have a clear path of what you're doing. Same thing to your life. Do you have a clear path of where you want to go? No. You have plenty of people. You're still young and early. You have plenty of people in the 60s and the 70s that you see. Gotta look around. It says, if you don't know where you look around, it says, well, I want to have my life like this. That's what I want to. I saw the roads that these people took. Do I want to take the same road to be there? I don't know. I'm not sure. Okay, so where do I want to go? But do not put one foot after the other because you're walking right now in a fog. You don't know. You might be putting the next step is going to be downhill. You don't know that. You want to have discipline. You want to start accomplishing things. Well, determine what you want and be a man about it. Have a great day.